THICC and welcome to a what I'm reading right now video. This update will be quite short because I've only got one book on my currently reading list, but hopefully the next update within this video will have a little bit more to talk about. So I'm currently reading The Words of Radiance. I am now 165 pages into this one and I'm listening to it on audiobook and I'm loving my reread. This is an epic fantasy that has the fifth book, which concludes the first arc of the Stormlight Archive with these characters, coming out in December or November maybe. And that's why I'm rereading the series, but there are 1,000 pages each. This is only part one. There's another one just as thick that is part two. So I am making headway, but it is slow going. I've also got an audiobook on my to be read list. So when I said I've only got one book on my currently reading list, that was a minor lie. I was thinking about my physical TBR because I finished something yesterday. So I'm now freed up to focus on this one. But audiobook wise, I'm still listening to The Body Keeps the Score, which is a non-fiction title about how when we experience trauma, we hold it within our bodies. And it's a study by this particular doctor, or observations rather, over a period of time, like a long time, decades of time, where he's observed mental health and the medical world and how that's developed and how he recognizes and understands and researches mental health. And he started talking about PTSD and veterans, but now he's more talking about how it affects people in everyday life. So it moved away from a topic that I'm not really interested in and more into a deep dive that I'm more focused on. So I'm 28% into that one. I'm hoping to finish it this week. I'm hoping to make some headway on this. I anticipate this will be on a few of my what I'm reading right now videos, and the first book took me 3 weeks to read. So we'll see if this one takes me the same amount of time. But that is my update for now, and I will switch out and let you know the rest of my currently reading updates. Hello, I have good news now. It is the end of the week. I am currently reading 3 books, and that includes Words of Radiance, which I was reading earlier. So I'm now 27% into this book, which, given how long it is, I'm taking that as a personal achievement. But then additionally, I have continued one book and started another. So on audiobook, I'm still listening to The Body Keeps the Score, but because it's discussing trauma and it's bringing up different case studies to make different points across the book, it's a heavy one to read, so I'm not reading it as often as I thought I would. Usually with audiobooks, I just barrel through them, but this one is a little bit more stilted, so I'm interspersing it with listening to the audiobook for this one. So I'm now 60% into The Body Keeps the Score. I've got, I think, either an hour and a half or 3 hours left. Anyway, I've still got some left. I'm going to listen to it hopefully during when I do housework. Otherwise, I'll listen to it next week and I won't finish it by the weekend. So that will likely be in my next video, which is unavoidable. But I then have started reading my Kindle. And I am proud that I've started reading this because it's taken me a while to get this into my routine. I'm trying to replace a lot of scrolling on Instagram with reading my Kindle instead. So I am now 33% into The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. And this one follows Din, who is an engraver. And in this world, different people have different augmentations, and Din's augmentation is that he can remember everything, so everything gets engraved on his memory, and he uses scent and smell to make memory recalling easier for him. And he's been sent to this manor house at the beginning of the book by his boss Anna, and she said, go and investigate this thing for me and bring me back all the evidence. And he is therefore interviewing people because of this death that occurred in the manor, but it seems like the death here is linked to potentially other deaths that have occurred in the Empire. So shortly as the book begins, it seems like this cozy mystery almost, where it's set at this large house, there's a cast of characters, but it's actually not what it's almost set up to look like. And I love that it's actually become more expansive because this world is so fascinating. Everyone lives within these walls, and outside of it is giant sea leviathans who try to break through. And obviously the closer you are to the heart of the city with more protective walls, the safer you are. But this is set more so towards the outer walls. Something has happened where there has been a breach. So I'm really looking forward to reading more of this book because the world building intrigues me. And like I said, the mechanism of this one character's death has now triggered other things politically, and there are potentially like more deaths on the horizon done in a similar manner. So they're trying to work this out, prevent them, and then stop a political scandal, and then hopefully that will save the Empire. So it's gone from this very like cozy mystery scenario into this expansive scene that has a huge impact, and I'm liking what I'm reading so far. I really want my anticipated releases to come, and it feels like I'm just reading The Tainted Cup as a placeholder. So part of me can't like get immersed and invested in it because I'm just waiting to hear back about my anticipated releases. Honestly, it's getting to the point that even if I don't get refunded, I'm tempted to just go out and buy them anyway because it's driving me insane that I don't have them yet. But that aside, I'm doing well with my reading. I'm very happy with where I'm at. I'm going to be listening to more audiobook today, and I will read more of The Tainted Cup later this evening. But you'll probably see them in my next update, but I don't care because I'm doing great with my reading. So that is all for this video. Let me know how many books you're currently reading. I would love to know, but thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.